Yeah, what are you on now?
Camden Pills.
Camden Pills.
Camden Pills. Down the old London. Right, are we ready?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Are we done enough dicking around?
Yeah. Well, enough for the
podcast
for now.
there, then.
But now.
Yeah.
Let's podcast.
Lovely little opener there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to FRUK Unwrapped, the official podcast for Food Review UK, the leading food reviewing UK channel on YouTube in the UK about reviewing food. I'm going to be your barman for this evening as we tackle the treacherous world of alcohol. But before we do, let me introduce my drinking buddies. First, after a tragic road accident where his car collided with two lorries, the first carrying radioactive material, the second coming from the local brewery, this guy was transformed into the supervillain we know only as the Beast from the Yeast. He will stop at nothing in his bid to drain the world dry of all things beer-related. After his plans to invade and conquer Oktoberfest go awry, his future coroner's report will describe his blood as unusually hoppy. It's Stuart Bullock. Beer!
Pathetic.
Beer. The Beast from the Yeast.
I was trying to do a bigger burp than that, but
Yeah,
that one will have to suffice.
Sound a bit like anticlimactic, even though there was only about a half a second of build-up.
Yeah, the problem was that I tried to take a big swig of my beer, but the beer that I'm currently drinking is a 12% oak-aged imperial stout, and taking big swigs isn't necessarily encouraged, so it's not good for burps. Should have drank some of Chris's fizzy lager.
Stuart, Beast from the East, how do you like your villainous name?
I like it. I like that. I mean, it does make me think that, perhaps I'm the product of some kind of unfortunate infection.
Well, possibly. This obviously isn't a movie podcast, but considering that this is going to drop on the same day that Avengers Infinity War does, I thought that I'd give us all some superhero-themed introductions.
Fucking
I like
that.
it. Yeah.
So up next is the guy tasked with taking the Beast down. Like all good hero origin stories, his saw him battling adversity before he could harness his powers. Born with a dangerously low level of alcohol resistance, the medical world condemned him to a lifetime of sobriety, suggesting that he would never lift anything stronger than a shandy to his lips, and that even his stag do wouldn't bring him any drunken joy. Only a chance encounter with world-renowned booze shaman Master Gostini allowed him to unlock the secrets of the pond of infinite sparkling water and embrace the teetotal life. It's captain-designated driver Michael Jamieson.
Ruined your little intro, because I'm drinking. So
Yeah,
I'm drinking alcoholic beverages. No, I really like that, Nate. Well done.
So just what you said something about a stag do in that intro, Nate.
I did, yeah.
Did he? He didn't have a stag do.
No, he didn't.
Oh,
No, just a small affair. Nearest and dearest.
oh.
I definitely. Yeah.
It was only really
okay.
people that I liked there.
Did you go, Chris?
No, I didn't. I might have watched a video about it on his stupid vlog channel.
No, not that I'm aware.
How are you, Michael?
Yeah, good, thanks, you.
Nice burp. Nice fabricated belch there.
Just drinking my concoction. I'm currently drinking Jack Daniel's Rye mixed with, what is it, Cactus Jacks, fruit salad, and a little dash of water just to bring things together.
It's like 8/10 water.
On a scale of -5 to +6, what would you rate it?
Sounds like a pretty confusing scale you've given me there, so...
That's basically your own scale.
No, it's like a... I don't know, it's like a 3. It's doing the job, isn't it? Probably, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm probably not drinking
We'll find
enough
out.
of it. Yeah, we'll find out later. I need to get braver and drink more, but
Just neck it.
Too scared.
It's like
Down
you don't
it.
like your listeners.
Get it inside you.
Hang
Go
on, I've got to turn
You
the
know
camera on if I'm going to down it, even though I'm not going to down it. So I'm not downing it, but
I mean, it's half a drink.
It's like
no
2 centimetres. You have 3 ice cubes in, one of which is even touching the actual liquid.
Josh, I'm not going to down it. It's too much.
Okay.
Oh, he has downed it. He has. He's done it.
Bloody legend.
Disgusting.
It's not that bad. I'll have some more.
And last and very much least, every good hero needs a sidekick.
Frick.
He was trained by the military to be the best, but became arrogant and power hungry. When he heard of an experimental program that would have seen him improve his speed, strength, and bacon choices beyond compare, he leapt at the opportunity. Unfortunately for him, the procedure went wrong when the Russian scientist accidentally spilled 150% proof vodka into the serum, and the scenes that followed were like watching Captain America in Rewind. After losing everything and turning to alcoholism, he nearly died in an accidental house fire. But just like the bacon he eats, he was able to escape without being cooked when Captain Designated Driver saved him by putting out that fire with one of those comical water spritzers you see in Three Stooges. From that day forth, he has vowed to help Cap until the end. Please help me welcome back the half-pint kid. It's Chris Clements.
Cheers, mate.
You are welcome.
I love that.
You're welcome. As I say, I just thought of something different. I know I've rattled on. I've talked more on this podcast than any of you guys. But Chris, how are you doing? You're back on the show after last time out around where you took quite a lot of flack.
Well, that's always the way. Well, when I got invited back, I was super happy that MJ wasn't doing the introduction because he's the worst. But wow. Yes, thank you very much for that.
That's good, isn't it?
It was funny. I did listen back to the show today, and it was weird hearing MJ actually take lead on the show. I think it's the one and only time he's done it.
Yeah, let's keep it that way.
Yeah, he was.
As a listener, let's keep it that way.
Yeah, I'll do it again soon just for you.
What's anything big happened in your life in the last few months since you've been on? Have you eaten anything godly?
Everything's big when you're Chris.
Here we go. I did try the Grand Big Mac. It was just a bigger version of the Big Mac. That's it.
Cool, man. Last time you were on,
yes, sir.
You were, I think, the very first ever person to experience random questions.
Yes.
We can't obviously ask you those questions again, so I've come up with something new. It's a segment I call Either Or.
Okay.
And it's 10 very quick, instant answers of either or. What would you prefer?
Okay. Are
you ready?
Yes, sir.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Cadbury or Galaxy?
Galaxy.
Oranges or lemons?
Oranges.
Burger or pizza?
Oh, pizza.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Good lad.
Fruit or veg?
Veg.
Yeah.
Rice or pasta?
Pasta.
Beer or wine?
Beer.
Lads.
McDonald's or Burger King?
Sorry, say it again.
McDonald's or Burger King?
Oh, McDonald's. Burger King is disgusting.
Never heard of them.
Fizzy or still?
As in water?
Anything.
Oh, fizzy.
There we go. Thank you.
What about water?
Oh, that's the only exception. Only exception. Like, still Coke. Still Coke is better than, like, fizzy water. Fizzy water is disgusting. I don't even know why you people bring it to... Still or sparkling? Get out. Why?
Good man. We could have used you on the last episode.
No, you're wrong, mate. No, that was good, man. I enjoyed that. I like it.
Yeah,
thank you. Which bit in particular?
The quick fire questions. I want to do that on a coming episode.
Okay.
I want you to grill me, roast me.
Oh, I'll roast you.
Like Dwight York.
That's the first Dwight York reference we had in 6 weeks.
That's an early entry there. That's within the first 5 minutes. So that's an early reference for Dwight there. He'll be happy with that one.
Mark it on your coupons if you're at home. So, as usual, first thing up after the introductions, news. Do we have anything, my friends?
That's fuck all, mate. It's all reduced salt this and reduced sugar that, and I'm bored of it, and I refuse to take part in it.
All right. Well, I've got some interesting news, but I will come back to it and just double check if Stuart, do you have anything?
I've got like a bit of. I tagged Food Review UK in it on Twitter before. There's a street food place in Manchester called Grub. Cool. It's a fantastic street food venue. They have lots of street food vendors, craft beer. Really cool place. Really enjoy going there. And another street food place has opened in Lichfield in the West Midlands called Grub, and it's all gone off on Twitter. Manchester Grub have called them out on stealing the name. People think that the Manchester Grub are being petty about it, and it's all gone off. Oh my, yeah, and it's gone off on Twitter. It's not proper news, but it's the kind of news I like because there is a very small chance it could end in violence, and that's what I enjoy.
So the new one is in where? Lichfield,
which I believe is in the West Midlands, and
there we go.
I mean, for me that's down south, but Grub Manchester account in that
the Gap. It's in the
north. It's in the northwest quadrant.
Correct.
So they're not happy.
Drama, innit?
Yeah, bit of drama.
I like drama.
Seems a little petty. It's not like it's that close to them.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I don't know if you built up
you
built up a brand with a name, for example, Food Review UK, and someone started doing something with a very similar name, doing a similar thing to you, but not as good. Like, for example, I don't know, Food for You UK. Wouldn't you feel a little bit aggrieved?
No, I've never experienced that. I've never experienced it multiple times.
Just out of interest, Grub, the one that you go to, is that open all year round, or is that a sort of one-off?
Open all year round. It's under the railway arches in Manchester. They're open, I think, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. A rotating cast of northern street food heroes and semi-decent craft beer tap list. Not the best beer in Manchester, but the combination of the food and the beer, it's a must-stop venue. Absolutely. When I mean, you're never coming to Manchester. No. I mean, you literally for the second year running, you're willing to go to Chicago to meet your real friends. You won't come to Manchester to see me. So I don't know why I'm bothering telling you. So
this is probably a good time to tell you that my incoming flight is into Manchester.
Oh, you fucking snake!
Oh, no, he needs to lift home, basically.
If you're not seeing him, you're a snake.
What? Come on. Are you going to come and see me? Are you staying? Are you coming to stay?
I mean, this is awkward because it was actually a joke and everyone's taking it seriously.
That is shocking. I did wonder why the fuck you would add a 4-hour journey to you.
I literally just offered you a bed to sleep in and you snaked me.
There's not airports in Manchester, is there?
Basically, you've just disappointed a child. Well done, Nathan.
Well, I've already got another child that I'm disappointing on a daily basis, so I may as well spread that around the
world. No.
So anyway, I guess if anyone's in the Manchester area, go and meet Stuart at Grub. I think that's probably you're yet to be recognised, I believe, aren't you, Stuart?
I mean, I'm a very unrecognisable man. I'm not a giant man with a big bald head and a massive beard. I'm very unrecognisable. So no surprise, is it really?
And yet, MJ seems to get recognised in Aylesbury on a regs.
Oh, I nearly got recognised. I mean, have I ever told you about the story about when for everyone? I mean, long-time listeners will know I'm a teacher and might know that I also play in a band. We were playing one night in a pub, and someone came in and pointed at me and was like whispering to the mates. And the drummer in my band, Dan, he was like, "Oh yeah, recognised, classic Mr. Bullock. You've been recognised." Came over to me later and was like, "Oh my god, I thought you were Michael Bublé." I look as if I look like Michael Bublé. That's probably recognised as Michael Bublé.
How long ago was this?
Like 2 or 3 years. I mean, I looked pretty much like I look now. I wasn't bald.
Give us a rendition.
I can't even remember. It wasn't a Michael Bublé song. I can tell you that now.
When the moon hits you. No. What's Bublé singing? He does a lot of Christmas, doesn't he? I want to try and imitate his voice. It's up there. I don't know.
It's a marvelous night for a moon dance.
Yeah.
Bow. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
I'm mega aroused.
Good. That's why I did it.
That might be the beer talking.
Oh.
I know beer goggles are a thing, or a beer earmuffs a thing. Beer headphones.
Beer earmuffs. Brilliant. I think we got a title there.
Any other, Stuart? Any other news, Stuart?
No, man, no.
Okay, well, I've got a couple of things. Firstly, it's not really news, I guess, but something I'm going to try and introduce into the show. It was National Tea Day on Saturday, the 21st. Any tea fans amongst our hosts? I'm not.
I like a normal cup of tea. I don't like any of this herbal or green or anything like that. Like a PG Tips.
Relatively funny you ask. In the last couple of days, I filmed the first episode of Tea Time in probably years.
It's been a while.
With the wife?
She was present, but not in the video.
Ah.
She was in the same address as you. Was it good? Can we have a spoiler?
Yeah, it was I don't know if you've seen the Yorkshire tea biscuit brew that supposedly tastes like biscuits.
Oh.
Yeah, it was cool. Interesting, I'll leave it at that.
Cool. Not a fan, don't like normal tea. I've tried to branch out, because everyone goes, oh, why don't you try these fruit teas? And I smell them, they smell delicious, and then the second I take a sip, I instantly regret every decision that took me to that point in my life. Tea is just dead. It's just I can't abide it. I love coffee, but tea can get in the bin.
Oh no, see, if I'm having breakfast, like a fry up, a Beverage tea has to be with it.
Right, as soon as you mention having breakfast and a fry up, your opinion on anything is absolutely valid. So
let's again. So I'm having eggs Benedict at a meal before lunch, and therefore the brew cannot be coffee. It has to be tea. Has to
That's
be.
Fair. No. That's fair. I mean, it's revolting, but fair enough. Other news that I've got: Iceland are now selling something they call mini Vienna ice creams.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say something else.
Which is basically a Viennetta, a small Viennetta on a stick, so you can have it like a lollipop.
This is incredible.
2 flavours, vanilla or strawberry, 5 for £1.50.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's all right. I like that.
Yeah.
I can't stand Viennettas. I'm not a fan of them.
For you, or...
Expect some sort
of... it's about the poshest thing there is, isn't it?
No.
I don't know. It's just never like them. The ice cream it's that crappy fake ice cream.
Hold on.
Does Vienna melt?
You don't like ice cream or chocolate then?
Yeah.
Stumped him.
I just don't like that style of ice cream.
You stumped him for a second there, didn't you? You had to think about it.
I just don't like that style of ice cream.
Does Vienna melt? Have we done that experiment?
It's ice cream.
No. Oh, yeah, all right, Chris. Shut up. MJ, punch him and tell him.
I'm not going to punch him, but I know what you mean. And yeah, I think it melts more than Carte d'Or.
Right.
A far superior ice cream.
Yes, Carte d'Or versus Iceland ice cream. Of course it is.
So you admit that Viennetta's a shit.
Right. Michael is now Googling, does Carte d'Or melt? And he spelt car and door wrong.
No, fuck off. I sort of spelt door right. I just didn't put it.
Why is he Googling it? If he Googles does Carte d'Or melt, one of the first things that's going to come up is his video about Carte d'Or not melt.
And now he's watching his own video.
Attention.
Hang on. Can I just clarify?
How he gets them views.
Can I just clarify? It's on YouTube, not on Google.
Because that makes it okay that you spell cart wrong.
Who owns YouTube?
Look, I don't know why I'm being made out to be the victim of this.
The other little bit of tidbit news I had was apparently due to snowflake millennials under 35, I'm looking at 2 of them, who can't handle touching a little bit of uncooked chicken.
Oh, no, that's
Sainsbury are apparently going to be selling chicken in doi packs, i.e. plastic pouches that you can literally just drop the chicken straight into the pan.
That's ridiculous.
Like sous vide it?
Yeah. They come out on the 3rd of May, and if it's popular enough, then they're going to extend it to pork and fish.
That goes against everything that supermarkets are doing in terms of packaging.
Yeah. That was my thought. But apparently, I can't handle a bit of uncooked chicken.
Just touch the chicken. Just touch the chicken. Now.
Right. If that isn't the title of this
Sorry, I'm watching a video of MJ fingering a cart door melted ice cream tub right now, and it's horrendous.
You know what's horrendous? His face while he's watching it.
He loves it.
It's weird. I don't know who I am anymore.
Yes, a bit fucked up.
Chris, have you had enough beers yet?
Yeah, I'm drinking Jack Daniel's rye whiskey now.
Keep drinking, mate. It will take the pain away.
Mate. I eat raw chicken all the time. Is that bad?
What?
Are you being serious, or are you just taking the piss?
Only legs.
Sorry, what?
Just like the skin and the meat and the bones.
He's hammered. This is the full local. Oh.
That 16th of drink that he necked is obviously taking him over the edge.
MJ, have you got your dressing gown on?
He does indeed.
Yes, mate. Yeah.
Like Hugh Hefner. Oh.
Yeah, I am.
And camouflage. They are camouflage, aren't they?
What? Slacks?
Yeah.
They're Incredible Hulk, I think.
Oh, Incredible Hulk. I do beg your pardon.
Fucking hell.
Slacks, mate. This is a bit chaotic. This is a bit fucked up.
Let's get things back on track then, Mr. Michael Jameson and Mr. Chris Clements.
Yeah.
Okay, so no more news. Are we all done on the news?
Like I said, Nate, it's a quiet time in the UK food industry. Everyone's bugging around, trying to take sugar out there, fucking beef, salt, or whatever it is. But like, Marmite are going, let's take all the salt out. And it's all bollocks and boring. Let's wait till summer till we get some new KFC burgers.
All right, mate, calm down.
You're listening to FRUK Unwrapped. Please support us on Patreon so we can continue to make amazing content, including a recent video where we reviewed a £6 tub of ice cream. £6 Has he lost the plot? And our recent £30 room service breakfast. This guy's a fucking idiot.
Let's move on to a lovely little bit of Quivia.
We got a theme tune yet, Stuart?
No, because I've spent the last entire day, which isn't a long time, I appreciate that, making little jingles for Nathan Peterson. So get off my back, Michael Jameson. I sang Quivia in an operatic voice,
sorry, were you not just on half term?
What?
Were you not just on Easter holidays? Did you not have 2 weeks off because you're a teacher?
Oh, yeah, all right, mate. Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
How long have you had those jingles to edit, Stuart?
Mine are literally about 24 hours.
Yeah.
How long has Quivia been around?
I've had Nate's jingles to edit for 24 hours, and I've edited them all, and they're amazing. I've had yours for about a fortnight, and I've failed to edit any of them. There's probably a lesson to learn there, Michael Jameson.
The longer he has them, the less he's going to do.
There's a lesson, and there's also a lot of pain.
At the top of the show, I announced tonight would be about the world of booze. Most of us enjoy a tipple from time to time, but I don't know what's funny about that. But do you guys know your Harvey Wallbangers from your sex on the beaches?
Oh, wow.
Or sexes on the beach. I'm not sure which is the correct pluralisation. Anyway, I'm going to give you the ingredients to some fairly famous cocktails and ask you to name what those are.
Amazing.
Yes. Incredible.
I will name one ingredient at a time.
Yeah.
And the earlier you buzz in, the more points you will get.
Prawn scar martini.
So, if there are 4 ingredients and you guess correctly after the first, you get 4 points. After the second, you get 3, and so on. If you guess incorrectly, you are out for the rest of the cocktail.
Yeah.
Just so that we're clear, the ingredients are based on the official list produced by the IBA, the International Bartenders Association, for use in the World Cocktail Competition.
Correct.
So anybody who has issues with the ingredients, then please take it up with the IBA. Are we ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, big time.
So just buzz in with your, I don't know, shout your name or something, or some amusing word. There are 10 cocktails in total. I'll give you the points for each up front so that you know what you're playing for.
Yeah.
First up, there are 4 points on offer.
Sweet.
Okay.
Ingredient number 1, bourbon. Balbin.
Beer.
Is that Stuart? Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to guess, Stuart?
Yeah. Old fashioned.
Fuck me.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
correct. This is going to be mental.
Beep.
No. No. Sorry, should have clarified.
Old fashioned.
First one.
What?
No, just the first one.
You said the first one to shout the answer. You didn't just say Cinchi.
Right.
Knowledge. It's not a trick, is it? Come on.
Okay. Cocktail number 2. You've got a mighty 2 points on offer here.
Sorry, we got to buzz in.
Yeah, so buzz in with your name or a word or noise or anything.
Oosh!
So first ingredient, gin. No takers. Second ingredient, and only other ingredient,
Oh.
vermouth.
Dick Press.
Oh,
Gin and tonic.
Goosh!
Yeah.
Goosh!
MJ?
I don't know why I'm goosh. That's a martini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good lad.
It's a dry martini in particular, but I'll let you have that. Number 3, 5 points on offer here. White rum. Second ingredient, dark rum.
Ooh.
Beer.
It's not beer, no. Stuart, what's...
Zombie.
It's not... What did you say?
Beer.
No, it's not that.
Chris.
So you're out for the rest, so it's down to... Oh,
Pina
Chris?
colada.
it's not. It's all on MJ.
Did you say
You've
pina
got-
colada?
Yeah.
Right.
So MJ. Curacao. I think that's how you pronounce the word.
Oh.
So we've got white rum, dark rum, Curacao.
Okay.
I don't know how you pronounce this word. Orgeat syrup,
Never heard of it.
lime juice, and that was your final ingredient.
Don't know what that is, so I'm going to guess.
Chris, stop cheating!
I keep forgetting they can see us.
It's not a Long Island iced tea because that's got Coke. The main ingredient in Long Island iced tea is triple sec. So I hope. Long Island iced tea are one of the upcoming ones. I don't even fucking know the name, but Breezer, Beach Breeze.
Beach breeze. It is not a beach breeze. It is in fact a Mai Tai.
Oh,
So,
yeah, okay.
so no points there. Currently, the leaderboard is 4 for Stuart, 1 for MJ, 0 for Chris.
Isn't it 2 for MJ for getting the... Oh, he lost a point because he
got it on the second one.
Yeah.
What?
I get it. Yeah.
How many points have I got?
You got 1. Because it was a 2-point question because it's a 2-ingredient cocktail and you got it on the second ingredient.
Should have listened to the rules. Got it.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
Oh, what are you opening, Peterson?
Beer number 3.
What is it?
It's called a Salty Kiss.
Oh, yes! What a beer! What
Wow,
a beer,
that's...
Magic Rock Salty Kiss. It's
Jesus.
Yeah, it's a ghost. So it's a sour beer, but it's a sour salty
Gooseberry
beer. Gooseberry Ghost, Magic Rock, Huddersfield, Northern Yorkshire, and
Jesus.
a beer and a half, my friend. You're in the big boy leagues now. That's a good beer.
Have you
For any... Sorry?
Has he reviewed it?
Don't think so.
Who, Stuart?
No,
Yeah.
on the channel. No, I have reviewed other Magic Rock beers, but I've literally got that beer on a list of things I need to talk about tonight. So there we go.
It's very odd because normally when I see some of these beers and it talks about some of the fruity flavours and stuff, I can't taste them. My palate isn't strong enough. That is very, very gooseberry.
It's so good, man. It's such a gateway craft beer as well. You've just joined the big leagues. Good lad.
Yeah. Anyway,
Nate, you can't go saying that that your palate isn't good enough before people have seen episode 9 of the FRUK Show.
Also, as a food reviewer.
Dickhead. Number 4. Number 4. This is a big one, boys. Okay. Get your thinking caps on. 7 points.
I'm on it.
Chris, if you get this early, you're in the lead, mate.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
Can you get it from this first ingredient? Vodka.
Bullock beer.
Beach.
Bullock, you were in there first.
It's a Long Island iced tea.
No, you're out for the rest of the question. Chris, did you say that you wanted to guess?
No. Carry on.
Didn't think so. So we got vodka. Second ingredient, lemon juice.
Oh, yeah, I know it now.
But you're out, mate,
Have your pancakes.
No one's going for it.
Vodka and lemon, eh? Okay.
Third ingredient. MJ, what are you Googling?
Huh?
What are you doing on your phone?
I'm fiddling with my cling film wrapped bean.
Okay.
That camera.
For the listeners, we've got for the second week on the bounce, we've got the webcams on, and we can see everything that these two pair of cheating little scumbags are up to, picking his nose. Yeah.
Okay. Third ingredient, pepper.
Oh man.
Black.
Oh, racist.
MJ, what are you going to be guessing?
No, sorry. Is that black pepper?
The ingredient just said pepper.
Oh,
didn't
okay.
Actually.
No,
I don't think.
Chris. Bloody Mary.
Chris.
Have him, yeah.
Oh.
Bloody Chris.
Mary.
Chris gets it. It's a bloody Mary.
Oh, bastard. I knew he would.
Good lad, Clements.
Right, there's 10 of these. Number 5. We're halfway through. I nearly said the cocktail out loud. That would have ruined it. First ingredient. We're back to vodka.
How many points? 5.
Oh, so, okay. Chris with 5. Yes. You with 4.
No, for this cocktail.
Oh, sorry. 4 points.
I'm writing everything down. I'm on top of this game, Peterson. You know how competitive I am.
Sorry, 4
points.
4
ingredient cocktail, vodka. Okay, go.
So, vodka, first up.
Bullock, I'm in. Harvey Wallbanger.
No way.
No, you're wrong.
Clements, Long Island iced tea.
Why would you do that and not wait? You're wrong.
Ingredients. Long Island iced tea's got about 7 in it.
This is like Cluedo. People are guessing way too early.
He's not going to get it. He's
it.
literally drinking like pink stuff in green stuff. Like it doesn't even make sense.
Wait until I
MJ's
get to the
cocktail
ride.
is literally JD and Coke. That's it.
No, there's none of those there. MJ, here's your chance to do some bit of catch up, mate.
Here we go.
Neck it.
No, listen, mate. MJ.
Neck it.
Oh,
lads.
He is necking it. Oh, God. We've not even got to the good part of the show yet. MJ, you ready?
Yes, mate.
Ingredient number 2.
Yeah.
For 3 points.
Yeah.
Peach schnapps. So we've got vodka and peach schnapps.
That is Sex on the Beach, isn't it?
It is Sex on the Beach. MJ with 3 points. Tying with Stuart.
Mate. Yes, mate.
There's that face.
Still winning.
Ready?
So, Stuart, am I tying with you even though you're the one who's got it fucking mapped out on an Excel spreadsheet or some shit?
You're tying in second. You're tying in second.
I'm on 4th. I'm on 4
5
points. You're on
4 points.
4 points, yeah, and the clam is on many more points.
Ready?
Clam.
Number 6. 3 points available on this one.
Yeah.
Your first ingredient is white rum.
Pick
No, MJ.
Bullock.
MJ.
Go on then, MJ.
Is it me, right? So pina colada has got coconut cream, white rum, and pineapple. So I think it's that.
I literally said that.
So you're saying what?
I said that before. What? I just didn't say my name.
Pina
this
colada.
is bullshit.
It's not pina colada, so it don't matter.
So is your guess pina colada?
Well, I mean, everyone's putting me off now, aren't they? Yeah.
3 points for MJ.
Oh, no. I literally said that before him. Rewind it and hear me say it. I say it before anyone. This is bullshit.
No, I'll tell you why I know that, because my favourite cocktail.
Do you know how you know it? Because I shouted the answer at you, and I'm sat next to you. No, this is ridiculous.
It's my favourite one.
Once again, the integrity of this group is brought into unbelievable contention.
Do you remember about 3 or 4 questions ago you were trying to help him with the answer?
Yeah, now I hate him. Wish he was dead.
Not
now, because that's to let me out, but after I leave this house, I wish.
CC, if you know what a pina colada is now, why did you guess it earlier?
I said it first of all.
MJ's so drunk. Number 7. Number 7, 5 points on offer, boys.
5.
White rum.
You guys are safe. I don't know any more with white rum.
Second ingredient.
This is ridiculous.
Lime
I'm not even playing.
Juice.
It's Bullock. It's a mojito.
Salt.
Oh,
I'm not
shit.
playing.
Yeah, salt, lime.
Chris has tapped out, so Bullock.
Yeah, mojito, innit? Done.
Yeah.
Yeah, done.
Was it?
The mojito.
Yeah. Well done, boy.
Yeah, I could have got that. So
Chris is back dropping again. Number 8. Grenadine. Brilliant. Oh, 3 points. 3 points on offer for this one.
Tequila Sunrise, Bullock. Tequila Sunrise.
Fuck me, he's coming back strong. It is indeed a tequila sunrise.
Bastard.
It's almost like he is the one that does all the alcohol reviews. Honestly.
Chris, whose idea was it to have booze on tonight's show?
Yeah, it wasn't my idea to cheat, Nathan, was it?
MJ, I'd like a bonus point if I can guess the next one before you've even said the first ingredient.
Yeah,
if you guess the next...
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. If you guess the next one...
Oh, hang on,
I'll give you...
You have to remember what's
7
already
points.
been said as well, by the way.
I'll give you 7 points without telling you any of the ingredients.
And you have to drink this.
No, hang on. No. What the fuck? That's way too much.
No, just have a sip. Just have a sip before you have your answer.
Fucking hell.
That's such a small pour of whiskey. Oh, that face. Oh.
MJ, 7 points if you get it right, 5 points off if you get it wrong.
Blind guess.
No, change my mind.
Right. 3 points on offer. First ingredient.
And you're drinking alcohol.
Rye whiskey.
Oh.
Rye whiskey?
Ingredient number 2.
Yeah, there it is, look.
Sweet vermouth.
Oh.
Whiskey and vermouth.
Ingredient number 3, the final ingredient. Angostura bitters.
There's a spider.
Bullock.
Bullock, what is the answer?
Manhattan.
It is indeed a Manhattan. Right. 3 in a row. Final question.
Hold on. We just had to move because MJ saw a spider.
He what, sorry?
He saw a spider. He literally held me back like he was a parent driving a car and I was the child next to him, and he went, "Hold on, there's a spider there on his curtains."
Brilliant. Probably going to... I've lost him, so he or she is probably going to climb on us.
And the spider's gone rogue. We don't know where the spider is, and he seems agitated. I think he might be scared of spiders.
I'm getting on.
Amazing.
Oh, man.
Are you scared of spiders, MJ?
He's just disrobed, literally.
No, taking your clothes off is not going to help, man.
Might be able to see it crawling over his body.
Yeah, give me a shout out, guys, if you see it.
Alright, we'll do.
Harvey
really
Wallbang
agitated.
I don't like spiders.
I'll protect you, it's alright.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Are you guys ready for number 10? Final question.
The last one.
Yeah. I will say this. I will not tell you how many ingredients are left.
Ah.
Okay. But I will tell you this. It could affect who wins the game.
It's big time, then. It's big time. I know what it is.
First ingredient.
Alcohol.
White rum.
Bullock.
Yes.
It's a Long Island iced tea.
Oh, fuck me.
You bastard! I was going to just fucking guess that no matter what. I was going to get, because it's got so much in. Oh, you absolute dickhead.
That's what I was going to do, and I did it. Instead of going to do it, I did it.
Didn't think it had white rum in it, did I? Whatever. Knob.
Yeah, welcome to my world.
Congratulations to Stuart for dominating Quivia with a mighty 20 points.
Beast.
Second place goes to MJ with 7.
That's bullshit.
That's so poor.
And unfortunately, Chris.
No, because when you listen to this back, I called that. I literally called that.
Fix that in the edit, yes, Stuart.
Sorry, Chris, mate. I don't know what to say to you, mate. I didn't hear you.
I literally feel like the Gossy of the booze podcast.
Lucky you, I guess.
It would have made so little difference to the final score anyway, so...
No,
yeah,
man,
you can have it.
With MJ, who literally is gagging on Cactus Jack's fruity schnapps.
Good point. It does relegate MJ to final place, so...
Yeah, make it happen.
Yeah, okay, so Chris with 8 points and MJ with 4 points drops down to...
You stupid little face, Chris!
What? What's just... Is that not obviously actually happened?
Nah, it has, mate. Sorry. No, I've replayed the audio and I did hear Chris now. He did say it first.
Genuinely did.
Whatever.
Actually, I think the spider got 7 points on one of the questions. So,
well, I'm recording this bit as well, so I'll just put it in slow motion so you can see my sort of eyes going, oh yeah, it's pina colada before CC says it. So.
Why? I don't understand. So for people that can't see it, we are literally sat in front of a computer. The curtains are behind us. He saw a spider on the curtains. He took his dressing gown off. Why have you taken... What does the dressing gown have to do with the relation for the curtains?
No, so the spider was actually on the sort of windowsill.
It wasn't, though, was it?
No, it was walked along there, and sort of unrelated. I'm hot. Man is hot.
So your freak out and your body temperature are just coincided with one another.
I was gradually getting hotter. And then the spider incident did make the temperature of my body reach fever pitch. So.
Over the course of the evening, Chris, he's going to find more and more excuses to take off more and more clothes.
My pants are coming off right now.
Oh shit, was that a fly?
It's when they start becoming your clothes that you're taking off you have to start worrying.
I know what I signed up for.
Right, Quivia, done. Stuart, brain of Quivia. Brain of FRUK Unwrapped. Your title is very rarely challenged.
Right, man's back. Thank you.
Let's talk about alcohol then. Let's now that the boys are lubricated. Let's start right at the beginning. What is your poison? What do you go for, guys? I'm going to start with our guest, Chris. What's your go-to drink on a night out? Or a night in? I'm not judging.
It used to be and this is why Stuart mocks me. It used to be a lager. It's now a IPA. I prefer a Shipyard to more than anything else in the world. It's lovely. It's a delicious beer. I like red wine too. A Malbec. Maybe a Shiraz. That's about it.
Sorry, MJ, you all right there, mate?
Yeah, just, I sort of thought I heard my wife just fucking around upstairs. I don't know what she's doing, buggering around.
Lovely little list of drink there, Chris. What about you, MJ?
What's my tipple?
What's your go-to other than rye whiskey and fruit salad shots?
So when I'm not on that, when you're not, yeah. I started my alcoholic career on Jack Daniels and Coke. It was a very nice experience, and I was in a public house that CC may remember in Stone called the Wagon and Horses.
Correct.
I believe it's now the Jira Indian Takeaway, which is also very nice. Yes, that's where I started my journey. Bloody great evening. I'll remember it fondly for the rest of my life. I remember when Brad fell in the stinging nettle bushes. Oh, how he laughed.
My first time of actually becoming friends with MJ is the fact that we were out on a work to do together, and then he reviewed Chips and Cheese when he was drunk afterwards and sent me the video, and that's literally how we became friends.
Wow, amazing,
good times.
That's quite recent then.
No, I would say 3 years ago, maybe.
Yeah,
there's been a couple of Oh yeah, Chris and I are quite a recent thing.
Wow.
It is bizarre when you consider that out of all of the Food Review UK people, the two who've had the longest relationship are probably me and Michael.
Yeah.
We've known each other for about 12 years.
Yep, 2006 I joined HC Rums.
Yeah, because we are absolute...
No, that's bullshit. No, 2006 when I joined in Europe. Yeah, I joined HC Rums way before then. Yeah.
Because we met on the internet, like all good couples do.
Correct.
Love the internet. I love people I meet on it. These days, though, quite partial to a Disaronno and Coke. I think I'll still pretty much usually get like a double Jack Daniels, like 2 double Jack Daniels and Cokes, or a double Jack Daniels, or some Comfort Lemonade I like as well. But yeah, these days I'll probably get a double Disaronno and Coke and a double Jack Daniels and Coke, and then that'll see me for a little while.
Stuart? You're obviously a beer man.
No, I mean, I'll be honest. If given the choice, I like a Blue Wicked or a white wine.
Baby Sham.
Yeah, Baby Sham.
Why not together, mate?
Shout out AJ,
beer. I mean, I do enjoy. I really enjoy beer. I also do like wine. I go through periods where I drink quite a lot of wine, particularly red wine, which I like more. I like white wine, but I prefer red wine. Chris mentioned Shiraz. Shiraz would probably be my favourite red wine. When I went on my honeymoon to America, drank a lot of wine there. Really enjoyed it. And I'm a big whiskey drinker. Don't talk about the whiskey as much as I talk about the beer, but I like a lot of Scotch malt whiskies. I do enjoy, in terms of Scotch whiskey, I like expensive whiskey. If I want cheap whiskey, I'll drink cheap bourbon. I'm happy to drink like any kind of cheap bourbon. You know, Lidl's £11 a bottle bourbon's good things, but my favourite alcoholic drink is beer. I like beer. Yeah.
What's your one beer if you had to drink one?
So difficult because now with getting into the craft beer thing, the vast majority of the beers that I drink are either one hit or limited edition yearly beers. So it would be I would have to say a hop heavy IPA made by a top level craft beer producer. I can't choose a particular beer because I can't get my own. I can't get those beers all the time because they come and go. They drop. They're there for a month, couple of months, and then they're gone. And if you're lucky, they come back next year.
But if you could, let's say perfect world scenario.
I use a beer app called Untapped, and I've rated one beer as 5 out of 5 on that, and that was Cloudwater Brewery from Manchester. Recent beer, triple IPA, Citra BBC. It was absolutely astonishing. 9.5%. It drank like orange juice. It was beautiful, and I had it on Sunday night. The best beer I've ever drank. There you go.
Wait, sorry, you had it for the first time?
9.5%?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Wow.
On the day before you went back to school?
Yeah.
Coping mechanism.
Brilliant.
We'll talk about this a little bit later on. We'll talk about the drinking for pleasure, drinking for getting drunk business.
Correct.
People don't drink. People that aren't really into the beer would look at a 9.5% beer and think, oh man, that's heavy stuff. it's just different. It's a different way of drinking beer. Yeah. I've drunk a 12% beer while I've been talking to you tonight.
I'd imagine it's how much of it you drink, though, isn't it? I mean, not
obviously.
Absolutely. What would you rather drink? Would you rather drink 10 cans of Carling, which tastes like absolute mould, or would you drink 1 can of absolutely astonishing craft beer that's got all the love in the world put into it? I know what I'd rather drink.
So are you saying this is your favourite beer you've ever drunk?
Yeah, drank it Sunday night. Right, Cloudwater. Subjective, you know.
You're doing a review of that, and that's what we're calling it. Stuart's favourite beer he's ever had or something.
I'll have to try and get another can of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not nailed on that I can get another can because it's
Did you literally not listen to what he just said?
Craft beer is so ephemeral. It's such an ephemeral thing. I will try and get another can, but craft beer is such an ephemeral thing. That beer was brewed once. They might not ever brew it again. When the cans are done, when the kegs are done, it's done.
So do you like beer really? Not really because of the taste. You like beer because it's Pokemon, don't you? It's just got to catch them all, and there's like legendaries and that.
Not wrong. Correct. I mean, I do like it because of the taste, but you're not wrong. There is an element of drinking unique beers. I have got, like I said, I use this beer app Untapped. I've been logging beers for about. How long have I been logging beers, man? I've logged 599 beers on Untapped.
Been doing it a week.
563 beers of those are unique, and I joined Untapped on August the 1st, 2017. So I'm yet to do a year on it, and I've drunk 563 unique beers. So you are right. Wow. I mean, it is Pokemon, mate.
Hell!
But you've not reviewed all. Are they all individual beers that you have actually drunk in that year, or does it come up like that you've seen one, you thought, I've had that one in the past?
No, I've drunk them all.
Mate,
so you've had that.
That's not every beer I've drunk either, obviously.
That's not even a year, though.
No. And I don't check in every beer that I drink. So, for example, at the moment, I am drinking a beer by Drygate Brewery called Orinoco Mocha Milk Stout. I'm going to mention this later on in response to a social media question. I have drank, this is about the 10th can of this I've drank in the past month. I've checked it in on Untapped once. I mean, I do drink a lot of... I drink a lot of beer.
How much do you drink, do you think, on a weekly basis?
I probably have a beer most days. Some days I'll have 2 beers. But then often I'll have a day where I go out with some of my craft beer mates, and some of it will be, I will have a taste of my mate's beer. I will check that in on Untapped. Okay? So some of them are literally a taster of a beer. Yeah. I will buy a beer that I think Gemma will like. She will drink the beer. I will taste it. I will check it in on Untapped for me. So I do have a beer most nights. So I get in from work. It gets to about 9 o'clock. We're watching something. I'll have a beer. Sometimes I'll have 2 beers. On a weekend, I might have 4 beers. I might have 5 beers. I might go out on a Saturday with my beer mates, and we will drink a lot of beers. But if I'm drinking a lot of beers, I'm drinking a third of a pint.
Yeah.
So I'm buying thirds. So I'm buying a third of a beer that's 7%. Okay, so I'm paying 3
These questions I want to ask you actually, as a guest here. And also, as Top of the Hops host, I want to ask you: do you consider it's beers and IPAs? What about ales?
Yeah, it's all beer, man. It's all beer. So in the past, traditionally, the difference between beer and ale was that beer is hopped and ale isn't. But now the kind of the boundaries have changed. So I was never a lager drinker. I always liked a pint of bitter. So when I was 16 and I went to college and we went to the pub, I would get a pint of bitter, which then translated exactly, absolutely, which then translated in my 20s to kind of when supermarkets expanded their beer range to drinking bottled ales, which I got quite into, and which is how Top of the Hops started. So if you look at the very first Top of the Hops, I'm drinking supermarket bottled ales. And then, as time has gone on, I have got into the kind of modern craft beer movement. And part of that is because my tastes have changed, and part of that is because I've got buddies who are into that kind of modern craft beer thing. So my tastes have changed over the years, but beer and ale for me is the same thing. There's no difference, and I can still enjoy a pint of traditional cask beer or a bottle of traditional cask beer, but I'm never going to enjoy it as much as a stupidly, massively hopped modern craft IPA, which is what I really, really love. Yeah. Question answered. Next.
That's the most civil conversation I've ever had with you.
Yep. I didn't insult you once.
You dick.
Okay, I've got a question, Stuart.
Go on, Michael.
How many beers are in a beer?
Depends on the beer, mate. Depends on the beer.
Perfect.
Depends on the beer. No, do you know what? I mean, you've asked a stupid question, but I do think genuinely, like when I drink the can of, it's a 440ml can of a 9.5% Cloudwater triple IPA, I think to myself, right, that is the equivalent of 2 cans of 4.8% normal beer. So in that can of beer, there's 2 beers in it. So you asked a stupid question. I gave you a sensible mathematical answer. Are you happy now?
Yeah.
Just stole my glass.
Oh,
is that yours?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Sorry, man.
And I might be drinking beers like they're Pokemon.
Oh,
but I'm not wearing a Pokemon t-shirt. So.
No, hang on. I didn't steal his fucking glass. He poured it out for me and handed it to me. Actually.
No, not at all. You literally stole my glass.
No, you poured that out for me and you handed it to me.
To you.
Well, I filmed it, video recording, so we'll see about that.
There's a lot of checking the tape on this episode.
It will literally be my favour.
Stuart sort of touched on it lightly there, so we may as well bring it up now.
What about you, Nate?
Yeah, what are you drinking, Nate?
Oh yeah, my go-to probably is a Jack Daniels and cloak, like MJ.
Just really shady, drinking it in the park underneath your cloak.
Do like a Disaronno, either on the rocks or again with Coke.
Yeah.
Something that obviously I don't think has been mentioned. Ciders, quite enjoy ciders. Nothing too dry. I'm a bit of a pussy when it comes to that. Love me old fruit ciders, the old Copperbergs and all that palaver. That's quite nice in the summer. People will remember my summer of cider that lasted till December. Stint on Food Review UK. Yeah, quite like ciders. I think that's about it. I enjoy a red wine, but I wouldn't necessarily... Oh, that's a lovely video, Stuart. Wouldn't necessarily call red wine one of my favourites, but definitely enjoy it, especially with a meal. Definitely goes well with paired with like a steak or something like that. This is weird. I'm just doing something very peculiar. For the listeners at home, he's basically put his torch under his chin and is... I'm a leprechaun! Gulping like a fish or something. It's very peculiar.
Oh, he's a weird man.
He's so drunk. Yeah, anyway, so Stuart touched on it. Do you guys drink? Do you guys drink for pleasure? Do you go out and get pissed still? Is that a young man's game?
Yeah. Getting drunk for me is the downside of drinking, right?
Yeah.
And it sounds stupid. It sounds stupid when you talk about the percentages of the beers that I drink, but getting drunk for me is the absolute negative. For me, a perfect world, I like beers. I like the flavour of beers that have a strong ABV, okay? So when beers start to get to around 7-8% and above that, for me, that's the flavour I enjoy because the alcohol gives it a little bite and the good breweries counteract that with very, very clever brewing. And if I got like 2 or 3 beers into that I get a nice buzz, and that is prime time. And what I want to do then is carry on drinking. And there's no such thing as good alcoholic drinks that taste the same as the drinks that I want to drink. So in an ideal world, I would have the drinks that taste the way I want them, but would not get me absolutely smashed. That, unfortunately, is an occupational hazard. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I like to get drunk.
Mm.
Yeah.
Not MJ drunk though, because that's him. I'm embarrassed for him.
Weird.
He's like, it looks like Noel Edmonds has had a stroke. That's what it looks like.
Mr. Blobby.
I'm glad that I've just taken a photograph of that, and we'll be posting that on Instagram this second.
Please don't, because my face isn't that.
No, don't worry.
Correct.
Don't worry. Just MJ was on that photograph.
Thank you.
Yeah, I quite enjoy getting tipsy. I quite enjoy getting loose. I like that side of the alcohol, but yeah, definitely. I've never been one, even when I was younger. I was never one that realistically went to drink to get drunk. I never really wanted to be off my fucking face. Like, that's just not my life. That's not. I enjoy the drinks. I want to drink. I want to drink booze that I enjoy rather than drinking it with a high percentage or whatever, just for the sake of the fact that it's got a high percentage and it's going to get me pissed sooner. That said, there have been occasions, of course, but generally speaking, I'm an old man that likes to just enjoy life, and not for not be able to remember the night before.
It does depend on people, though. Like
that's exactly what I was going to say. It's like for me personally now, later in life, he says, it's a social thing. It's one of those things that, like, literally, it's going out for beer with your mates is a different thing to when I was 18, 19, whatever. It's completely different. The dynamic is different to the environment as well. Like, I'm a different person to how I was back then. I was like, oh yeah, I really need to get smashed really quickly. Like, when I was a kid, it would be like a bottle of Budweiser and a shot of tequila with every round. And that's not what I am anymore. Like, it's just not.
I used to shotgun Smirnoff Ice, so I used to put the straw in the Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah,
and shotgun Smirnoff Ice.
Torpedo, that's what we call it.
I used to, like, first drink of every night, shotgun Smirnoff Ice. And I don't know, because you're going out, you want to get smashed as quickly as possible. And that's not me anymore. And I don't really understand why I was like that, but I was 22, 23, whatever, and that was the way I was.
It sounds like I'm the differing one of the group. I don't, generally speaking, really enjoy the taste of alcohol. There's no sort of alcoholic... Actually, no, Pina Colada is probably the only one, but I would honestly argue that good Pina Coladas are few and far between. And actually, the best one I've had recently has actually been non-alcoholic. If
from Marks and Spencer's, or
no, that one was only okay / not very good. From a Aylesbury restaurant called Meet and Eat. That's a shout out there. I expect a voucher in the post. No, I drink to get drunk. Don't really enjoy the flavour otherwise. No, I don't unenjoy it, but just there's not really any drinks that you could only get an alcohol that I like. So it would be normal drinks for normal times, and then if I want to get drunk, drink alcohols.
Different drinks for different needs.
That's it. So I do absolutely drink to get drunk, and that's also why I double park is because I fucking hate queuing for the drink. To be honest, I hate the going out experience generally. The admin, it's the admin of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fucking admin. Yeah. Queuing up for a drink at White Hart. Fuck me.
That's Wetherspoons for anyone that doesn't understand what that reference meant.
What is your... Do you guys have a local that you would go out to drink to? Do you have like a favourite? Doesn't have to be necessarily your localist.
So we have a little group that meets up probably once a month. It's me, MJ, Harlock's been on this, hasn't he?
Harlock's what? Founding member. So Harlock, Davsey, Cockcroft, Kennedy.
People that have been on the podcast, so they know who they're talking about.
So Jason.
Yeah. Don't use surnames, use real names.
Jason, Mike. Don't think we've had the other guys on the podcast yet.
But yeah, there's about we live in Aylesbury. There is a couple of Wetherspoons. We go to the more, I suppose the word is family oriented.
Sit downy.
Yeah, it's like restaurant-y more than the other one, which is called kind of more dancey.
Yeah.
We literally just go there and have a couple of beers and have a chat and order some dinner and that.
Yep. Correct.
What is the local brewery in Aylesbury?
Might be Courage, actually.
Party directors. Yeah.
Office reference, mate.
Oh, Chris, do you not know the Office?
Yeah, no, the good one, the American one. It's fine.
Oh,
look at the hate. Look at the hate.
Awful. Nah, I like the American one.
Yeah, I like the American.
But just...
It's just not a masterpiece, is it?
Yeah, correct. Shots. What are your thoughts?
Nah, mate. If you're drinking shots, you're drinking to get drunk.
Yeah.
And do you know what? Sometimes I get caught up in it. Because it's not...
Yeah.
It's not about, like, people arrive with shots.
Is that when your students are passing around the Jaeger bombs? Lychee bomb. That's the new one, isn't it? The lychee bomb.
What's that?
Have you not heard of that?
Nah, mate.
That's the new one. All the people are doing the lychee bomb.
All of them. All the people.
Have you heard of it, Nate?
Joke, or you tried?
Wait,
No.
none of you. What? Fuck off! I'm the only one who's heard of the lychee bomb.
Yeah. My biggest problem with the shots is very much like MJ was saying about booze earlier. Most of them just are rank.
Yeah. It's
Like,
horrible. It's horrible.
Sambuca is vile. Tequila is vile.
There's a gentleman that doesn't want to be named, so I'll probably call him Hike Marlock. That basically every time we're out makes me do Jaeger bombs, and I cannot stand them. They're fucking horrendous. They should not be combined. They should not be combined. Also, energy drinks are horrendous.
I can abide a thing, Jaeger bomb. I wouldn't necessarily go out my way to enjoy one, but I can do them. I think about the only real proper... Oh, it's not even proper. My favourite shot, if I am doing one, is... Oh, fuck, what's it called? Goldschlager?
Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's
the one with gold bits in.
Do you remember the rumour that, like, the gold bits in it, like, scratched
the back of your throat,
and help the alcohol get faster into your bloodstream? Oh, man.
That's such a bullshit thing. What people will believe for the sake of it might get me drunk a little bit quicker.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask a second ago. Do alcohol fumes, if you sniff hard enough, get you drunk?
Yeah.
That's things in it. Some cocktails are set fire to. And like like Sambuca, where you set fire to it, you put your hand over it, and then I don't know, man. I mean, I think the only people that are doing that kind of stuff are the people that are either drunk or are wanting to get drunk. And if you're wanting to get drunk, you're not just sniffing it; you're drinking bare alcohol as well. So, we need scientific research. What we need is a man who has the platform that can put out this kind of content into the world, where he can do the real scientific research into sniffing things. That's what we're talking about.
FRUK experiments, if you will.
Oh, you've ruined. I was going to get the logo out, but it didn't load quickly. Here we go.
Or at all.
Well, it's sort of we're looking at it, and now you can too.
This is boring, man. Good, well done. Yeah,
there you go. There's a logo that the listeners can't see,
and the
people that can see it know about it already. Good, MJ.
Drinking whiskey from the bottle. What is the boy doing?
I'm sniffing it.
It's just to the bishop.
Just for the record, this is the same guy that wouldn't swallow a slight mouthful of whiskey and whiskey and fruit salad earlier, and now he's sniffing booze to see if it'll get him drunk quicker.
I thought I sound it all. I thought I downed it all.
You thought you sound it all?
I thought I downed it all.
Oh, fucking hell, terrible. What? Any drunken stories, boys? I'm sure Stuart's got one or two.
Yeah, big time. Not that I can tell.
No?
No, not telling him. Nah.
Not even half of them?
Nah.
No, he's not.
I appreciate my employers too much to be dropping that kind of stuff. No, did you know what? No, not really. If I'm honest, I've never been one for doing outrageous things when I'm drunk. I've been around people that have done outrageous things, like when I was a student. I was around people that did the climbing the statue and putting the traffic cone thing on its head. But the vast majority of my drunken experiences that haven't resulted in anything in any way anecdotal. I mean, they're the kind of stories that Michael Jameson would tell, and to say they were an anecdote, but for most people, they're not noteworthy. So, nah.
Oh, fair enough. That's a shame. It's a shame, because I thought you would have had a classic. MJ, surely you must.
I've got a main one. Unfortunately, there was even a video accompanying it at one point, but it was on the Resourceman channel, so it got deleted.
Is it the cheesy chips again?
Better anecdote than that, mate. Actually, there's an anecdote inside an anecdote here. Buy one, get one free promotion.
False.
Tonight. So, set the scene. I think it was about... It's getting on for 10 years. It's getting on for 10 years ago.
Is this a long story? Because I really need a wee.
It's not that long. If you went for a wee now, you wouldn't miss the best bit.
Okay, can I go for a wee?
Go for it, mate.
Hashtags, retweets, likes, comments, follows. This isn't any ordinary social media. This is Food Review UK social media. Come find us at facebook.com/Food Review UK, on Twitter at Food Review UK, and on Instagram at FRUKgram. Oh, and don't forget the main channel, Food Review UK on YouTube.
So, right, check this out, right? So, about 10 years ago or so, some work pals and I, this isn't the normal thing that I would do. A, it's too dangerous, and B, I assume it was illegal.
Dangerous?
Yeah. So, they're in Aylesbury, we've got an Odeon now, but we used to have an old one, and it's called Old Odeon, and it had been closed for quite a few years. And we basically, it was all sort of barriered up, very high, very, very high fences to get in, sort of metal, wooden fences, sharp, difficult to get into. I was not as athletic as I am now. So, like, me getting in was literally a joke. Me getting in and out was a joke, because getting out, I literally had to be... So, we climbed over this fence or whatever. Getting out, I literally had to, like, people were pushing my ass up. It was fucking bants. Anyway, so we got in, we hopped over the fence, we walked around the back, got in, we were inside, and there was fucking graffiti everywhere. Like, clearly, like, people had gone in all the time doing heroin and alcohol drinks. All that kind of
heroin, thing. Alcohol drinks.
All that kind of shit. And just, yeah, no, it was really good, to be fair. Yeah, we just saw a few... actually, one annoying thing that I wish I took, but my mate's mate took, was an original... We got up to, like, the projector room, was one of the places we went. Fucking pigeon shit everywhere in that room, which is, like, sort of toxic, isn't it?
Possibly.
Yeah, better than dying.
Yeah, so we had to be pretty careful. But one thing that this guy found was... and I don't know why it was even in there, because... It's not like... So CC, you've lived in Aylesbury your whole life,
yes,
right?
Sir.
So when did the old Odeon close?
It's
90s, isn't it?
Yeah, no. Yeah, maybe late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah. So,
it was like a condemned building for a long time.
Yeah. So, for some reason, on Reel was Ghostbusters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I fucking wish I took it now, but no, my mate's mate took it. And the other, this is the anecdote inside the anecdote. The thing that was very interesting, that me in my drunken state, also this was back when I believed in ghosts. Me in my drunken state.
That's when I believed in ghosts. Well, it's like Ghostbusters in an abandoned building on a projector.
In my drunken state, so I filmed. Actually, no, I wasn't drunk.
Did you have a wine gum?
No, what? I don't even understand what you're saying. So when I watched... So I wasn't drunk when I watched the footage back. Watched the footage back because obviously I filmed a video there. And there's a bit where I move the camera, and in the background you can see like a ghostly white figure. Sort of fucked up, right? And it was quite disturbing. It's proper... When I saw it and edited it back, it sent shivers down my fucking spine. If you go onto YouTube now and search for Old Odeon Aylesbury, you will actually see the white ghostly figure. Because it's not a white ghostly figure, it's a rip in the wall. But no, that's probably the most exciting thing that I did. Actually, Landy Man's got a video up on that.
It's called Foma. It's not even Forma.
I think he spelled that wrong. But yeah, that's probably the most exciting one I got, I'm afraid.
Chris, can you better that?
Not that I can remember.
That's to be honest, that's a pretty good story. At least there's some adventure. It's like the Goonies. It's like the Goonies, but with alcoholics.
It is like the Goonies.
I definitely don't want to see MJ's Goonies.
I flashed you a minute ago, didn't I, Nate? Did you see?
I did, yeah. Mm-hmm. I didn't really see. I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, did you not?
No.
I mean,
Sorry,
I've done some dumb stuff, but who hasn't? Like, I suppose the worst thing I've ever done is I was probably 19 and I was drunk at a barbecue and literally someone dared me to put deep heat on my balls while I was drunk, and I did it, and it's fucking horrendous.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Literally horrendous.
That
is why I don't have my own children.
Deep peat on your balls. Is that when you bury your testicles?
That would be nicer than the alternative of putting horrible gel on them.
That sounds good.
Yeah, classic Bants. That's. I remember spraying Raljex inside another boy's cricket box before a match. Yeah. But it's just Bants, though, innit? You know, fair Bants.
It is Bants.
Did that guy know that you did that, Stuart? Or
he knew shortly afterwards. What are you drinking, Chris? What's that? That's not wanker.
He did it at school yesterday.
Yeah. Chris, what are you drinking? You moved on. You were drinking wanker, which was like a weird
Absolute
beer.
Mixed.
And that says Absolut.
Well, salad.
No.
Salad. A can of salad.
No, it doesn't, does it?
Absolut.
Absolute.
That says Absolut.
It's a type of vodka.
It says Absolut.
Stuart, MJ. Come on.
That sounds like someone really enunciating slut. Absolut.
Oh,
really?
Sort of. Oh, my hearing's gone weird. That's good.
Yeah, I think we all know it's absolute. Same as Chris, done some stupid things when I was drunk, but nothing too noteworthy, except I would like to regale you with the story of the first time I got drunk.
Amazing.
Which happened to be at my first ever works Christmas do.
Oh, wow.
Incredible.
Which happened to be approximately 2 to 3 weeks after I joined the company.
Oh,
amazing.
So, I'm not a big drinker as it is, but as a kid, I was really not into it. I was just sort of, many of my friends were drinking when they were young. I wasn't really, I wasn't one of these guys that even at 14 was trying to get drunk or anything like that. I'm bloody white lightning down the park or anything. So I really went in pretty inexperienced. During the evening, my good friend who I went to school with and helped me get the job there decided to dare me to start downing the bottles of wine which were left on the table.
Oh, God.
Lad. Absolutely, lad.
I can't remember how many I did, but I would guess at least 3 half bottles of wine I downed at a time.
Absolute, lad.
Amazing.
Didn't really feel the effects instantly. I remember going up to dance at one point. I remember coming back to where I was going to be seated and bashing against the wall on my right to the tune of B-52's Love Shack. Tune. That was the last thing I remembered until I woke up the next morning laying on the floor in my home. I was still living at home with my parents. Waking up, seeing my ex, who was there, staring back at me and saying to her, "What are you doing here?" And she told me that apparently in between those 2 times, I ended up being sick on the boss's daughter's shoe.
Oh, Nathaniel.
Next to Also next to the receptionist's handbag.
Oh,
fuck. Several other places in the golf club, Ricep Golf Club that we were in.
Oh my god!
This is amazing.
I was being carried out. I mean, I'm a big guy now. I wasn't quite as big back then, but I was certainly chunky enough. My friend and someone else carried me out of there, still being sick everywhere. I do have a slight flashback of being sat outside on a wall with my shirt undone and my bare belly being exposed to the world. And one of my new work colleagues blowing raspberries on my belly, and me trying to fight him.
That's amazing.
They eventually got me home, and my parents were obviously very worried. There's a photograph which I will see if I can find at some point, where I'm passed out on my sofa. Looking very jaundiced, and apparently the entire time that I was there, still barely conscious, I kept trying to put my hand down my trousers. My ex, who was supposed to be working in a bar that night, was basically told of what had happened to me and basically left her work early to come and look after me. And they had to basically hold my head up for most of the night so that I didn't end up putting my head into the bowl of sick that I kept vomiting into, and they didn't want me to basically drown in my own vomit.
Amazing.
And that was the first time I ever got drunk.
I'm heading down the Atlanta highway, looking for the love getaway. Heading for the love getaway. I was worth grabbing the guitar for.
It's all right. I've got one more drunken story, actually, very quick one. It doesn't really involve me, but I was there and I was drunk. I don't remember exactly if my friend dared my friend to do this, or if he. I think it was more along the lines that he told him that the toilet was through some double doors. What was actually through the double doors was just one of those sort of. If it was in a spaceship, it would be an airlock. One of those non-rooms. And then another set of double doors which leads up the stairs to the toilets. And anyway, my mate just went in there and started pissing all over the walls. That was in the Global Cafe Bar in Chesham, which I believe is now, I think it's now Starbucks.
Amazing. 2 years after that, same company, remarkably I wasn't sacked. Also got drunk. It was our first ever Christmas do that we had as a lunch, so we went drinking straight after. So I was drinking from about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. By about 8 o'clock, I was, bearing in mind I worked in Uxbridge, so I was Uxbridge High Street. People doing their Christmas shopping were passing me by while I was in an alleyway vomiting, and my friend was wafting chilies from his kebab under my nose as families were just walking past, having a lovely event. And yeah,
David Cross is the worst.
You're worse than Michael Jameson.
Yeah, 2 out of my first 3 Christmas do's were absolute abysmal states.
Oh, that's
good lad.
Wow. Good work.
Yeah, big time.
Never been that drunk since.
Well done, Nathan.
Thank you.
Proud of you, man.
What? Actually, before we round this off, do you guys remember your first alcoholic beverage?
Yes.
Yes.
My first alcoholic beverage would have been a martini and lemonade. Supplied to me by my mother at probably the age of it was in Bradford, so before I was 11, probably 8 maybe. I don't know, 8 years old. This is obviously like not including things like dipping my finger in my dad's beer and that kind of thing, which you do when you're a little boy. Yeah, an actual martini and lemonade at the age of 8. Yeah, well done, Mum. Hope you're proud.
Martini Blanco.
Yeah, correct.
Not a Rosato or a Rosé.
Not a Rosso, no. Yeah,
Rosso.
Martini Blanco. Martini Blanco and lemonade. Classic 80s Yorkshire beverage.
Oh, it's still up.
Risotto, the orangey brown one, right?
Rosso's the red one, proper red one.
That's like
Rosato doesn't exist.
Yes, it does. It's a rosé. It's a rosé one. I think it's called Rosato.
The red one is vermouth, right? That is vermouth, right?
No, vermouth is the generic term. Martini is the brand, my friend.
Right. Okay. So because mine's similar to yours. Mine would have been
Hoover and Dyson.
Yeah, correct. You're right. Got it. Sucking
Vacuum
analogy.
Dyson, sorry.
You know that I'd get a sucking analogy.
Yeah,
I think
Rosato's like the rosé one.
I think mine's probably the same. I probably tried that one when I was very young, but the red one. And then I would have come across the odd Bacardi Breezer and Smirnoff Ice through my early teen years. This is when I was probably between school and college and going out with my college mates. We'd go out driving. Obviously, they wouldn't be drinking. Well, he would be. He'd be drinking Diet Coke. And then when I actually was properly in college and then actually started to drink to get drunk, that was when it was Jack Daniels and Coke.
Lad. Yeah.
Chris?
Chris? What, first drink?
Yeah, what was like your first drink?
I would say it's probably my dad giving me a bit of his beer.
Don't count.
It would have been a Kronenberg 64. 1664, sorry.
Oh, so it was a full beer, though?
Yeah.
Not that you just tried some of his?
No, he's like, here you go. Stop trying to steal it from me. Here you go.
Nice.
Kronenberg CC64.
No, because that's not numbers.
No.
Well, that is numbers, but that's Roman numerals.
That's number one.
Nice.
Yeah, if I'm ignoring the sips and everything that I tried off of my mum and dad's sort of wine and beer and stuff like that, it would have been something rank like a White Lightning cider.
Oh, you dirty bastard!
You're not from Newcastle.
Just dirt cheap. £1 for 3 litres of cider, just rank, disgusting stuff.
Yeah.
That or Two Dogs, Hooch.
Oh,
wow!
The original Alka-Pops.
Yeah, big time. Mid-90s Alka-Pops, man.
Yeah.
I think Hooch is still...
Attitude.
Hooch is back. Hooch is back.
Yep.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Two Dogs, though, but Hooch...
No. Let's leave that in the past.
Cool. Excellent little boozy chat. Has anyone got anything they want to add on the alcohol talk?
Good man. Good times.
Got our little social media roundup.
Oh yes, of course, yes, social media.
I don't know how to pronounce this one, but I think Stuart's already read this one. But Jup Haynix said,
Joop Heinks. Your Heinkers.
Joop Heinkers. They'd like a few beer recommendations from Stuart.
Yeah, I've done a bit of basically the lad was saying he wants to get into the big boy beers, but he hasn't got the money over time to go direct to brewery or whatever. So what I've done is I spent a bit of time today thinking about if you go to the supermarket, what your best buys. So what I've done is I've thought of your top supermarkets. So if you go Morrison's. Your best beer that you can get from Morrison's is Northern Monk's New England IPA. Absolutely belting beer. It's an actual proper big time craft beer. Northern Monk are fantastic. New England IPA. Do you know what? I'd happily drink it all night. It's a great beer. If you go to Asda, the beer that I would suggest from Asda will be Badco Brewing's Boston Tea Party, which is a New England or Nebraska style IPA. I'm not a massive fan of it, but a lot of people are really keen on it. I get a slight metallic taste from it, but a lot of people rate that beer. Waitrose for you posh boys. Waitrose have started stocking Beavertown Brewery, which is from North London, and the key beer from them would be a beer called Lupuloid, which is, for me, the best core range IPA that exists. It's a belting beer. Tesco, bit of a poor do, really. Your Brewdog beers. If you're buying your Brewdog beers, you want fresh, okay? So check the best befores. You want fresh because hoppy beers fade fast. Get the Punk IPA is a good beer.
That's a fucking great tip.
Dead Pony Club is a decent beer. Jet Black Heart is a decent beer. If you can get it from Tesco, West Valletta and Trappist is a very, very good Belgian beer that some Tesco stock. I haven't seen it for a while. And also Duvel Triple Citra, which is a fairly decent, light, strong Belgian beer. If we move to Sainsbury's, let's go Marks and Spencer's first. If you're lucky enough to have Marks and Spencer's that stocks Magic Rock, which is the beer that Nathan's been drinking recently, Marks and Spencer's stock Salty Kiss, which is a great beer, but more to the point, they stock Inhaler, which is a pale ale, which is Belted, and Cannonball, which is an IPA, which is a really, really good core range IPA. But for me, the absolute best supermarket beer at the moment, Sainsbury's Drygate Orinoco Mocha Stout. I've smashed 2 cans of it tonight while I've been talking to you. It's a belting beer, £1.80 a can. Just drink loads of it. £1.80 a can. Great stuff. I hope I've answered your question because I've really put some thought into it. There we go.
Fucking hell.
I think that's tremendous.
That was
like a 1990s video game villain.
Yeah, he does, yeah. Just saying you look like a 1990s video game villain, Stuart.
Stuart, what a great answer.
That should all be its own segment. I wish I was filming you, sort of. Matty B from the game show says... What are the hangover cures?
Don't have any.
Bacon, innit? Bacon. Shut up, Chris. Bacon.
I've got this down to a T. I've got this literally down to a T. So everyone has a corner shop round the corner from them. Everyone does. My cure is this: Happy Shopper Poppadoms and the cheapest equivalent you can get of a Powerade blue colour, because then you get the salt from the poppadoms and you get the nutrients in quotation marks from the Powerade. It's amazing and it's cheap as crap.
All right. I've got cheaper, and I've also got one better.
It doesn't work. You're full of lies.
No.
I know yours, and it's full of lies.
I've got cheaper, and I've got one better. This isn't a hangover cure. This is a hangover prevention.
Because I do things properly. I get drunk and I do things my way.
So this right, you will live by this, right? So this works for, and if it doesn't work for anyone else, fine. But this works for me. Have you ever tried it?
It's not an actual thing.
Have you tried it?
It's not an actual thing. Of course I have. I've been
bullshit.
drinking for literally nearly 20 years.
Bullshit.
It's not a thing.
It's a thing.
You can claim it is. It's not a thing.
Whereas it works for me. So, right. When you get home from a night out, or if you're at home...
3 vodkas.
I don't drink vodka, so joke's on you. It'd be 2 JD and Coke. So, once you get in, you're slashed, and after you finish your cheesy chips, go to the kitchen, fill up a pint glass of water, down it, fill up another one. If you can manage it, down that as well. Just drink as much water as you possibly can before you just fucking explode. You'll just feel sort of almost exhausted from drinking water. Go up to bed. Yes, you'll need to piss in the middle of the night, but no hangover.
So whereas mine's based in actual science for electrolytes and salt, the body, yours is based on theory.
No, being drunk and the cause of a hangover is because you're dehydrated. So put water into your body.
You need other things as well.
Nah, mate, it works. Right. How many people are going to listen to this? Probably going to be like 500 plus people listen to this. Most of you will probably get drunk. Next time that you get drunk, do this and come to our Instagram, Twitters, YouTubes, and plaster all over there that it worked.
Right, let's be honest, MJ. Shut up, right? Right. Let me answer this question, because this is what we need to know. Right? It's 2 ibuprofen, it's a bacon butty, and it's a pint of water. That's the alcohol. That's the hangover cure. Right? End of conversation. Done. Shut up.
38 years old, never had a hangover. Next.
Oh. Literally full of shit. Seriously.
Drink more beer, man. Drink some more beer.
38 years old, never had one.
Yeah, we need, let me put this out to social media. What is the cure for Nathan Peterson? We need to cure this boy. Come on.
I mean, I've had beer shits, and I've had a bit. I'm a bit drowsy the next day. Never had a hangover. Never had this whole.
Right. Okay. There's too
much noise. Fuck off. You lot are doing it wrong.
Right, you've never held your head in your hands and thought, "Oh my god, I wish the world would just swallow me up right now because I hate everything, everyone."
Nope.
Wow. You're not a human. You're
not
goddamn Cylon. You're not a human.
Not through alcohol, anyway.
Yeah, correct. The Laminator, favourite ciders and slushy alcohol.
Frozen margaritas, slushy alcohol, big time, boom, done.
Pina colada, done.
Don't like ciders.
Nah, cider can get in the sea, so...
Yeah.
I used to be on that copper bag tape, but not anymore.
Nah, mate.
What was the question?
Favourite ciders and slushy alcohol.
Cider would probably be the winter spiced Copperberg. Got a bit of cinnamon and ting in it. I don't have an answer for the other, but...
Correct.
No, it's frozen margaritas. End of.
Yeah, they're decent. Or daiquiri. Frozen daiquiri is solid.
Yeah. Watermelon daiquiris, big time.
Yeah.
And Olis Plinsky has said we've sort of covered the main one. What are your favourite alcohol and least favourite alcohol? I think we've sort of covered that.
Jaeger bombs get the sea. I hate them.
Gin. Hate gin.
Oh, what? It's incredible.
Bitter. And they've also said, why is it Four Loko for MJ? Mainly just because it's really easy to get drunk off of, and like I said earlier, I only basically drink to get drunk. And friend of the show,
hype. You love the hype.
Oh, mate, the design plays into it a little bit.
The design what gets you drunk?
I like the design of the cans. And Sam PR, friend of the show and co-presenter, he said, "What are the best drunk snacks? Cheese and chips." End of story.
Oh no, I'm going with nuts. I'm going with dry roasted.
Oh wow.
Does it have to? I mean, defo kebab.
Yeah, fair. Yeah,
defo
actually,
kebab.
Sorry, I'll have kebab and
kebab is not a snack though; it's a meal.
Oh, food. Best drunk food. Sorry.
He said best drunk snacks. I'm literally reading it off the thing.
Yeah, no, that's only what I've written.
Oh, okay. So you're full of fraud.
I don't know.
Have no answer for snack. I don't think I've ever had any snack foods while I'm drunk that I've sort of thought,
Well,
so you've never had a hangover,
nuts,
so you've never
crisps,
drunk.
or scratchings.
Salty pretzels. Done. End of. Yeah.
That's it. That's all my questions.
Say it.
That's all my social medias.
Cool. Thank you very much, MJ. Lovely little addition to the show.
Thank you.
I'll never doubt you again.
Thank you.
Other than every time.
In order to grow the Food Review UK podcast, we'd like to ask all our listeners and subscribers to drop us a review on their chosen podcast application. With your help, we could grow the podcast to such an extent that we had no need for the Food Review UK YouTube channel and its owner, Michael Jameson. There is a little favour that we'd like to ask of you. Just head on over to iTunes and leave us a positive review. 1,000 5-star reviews and MJ dies! Hurrah!
Stuart.
Yeah.
Is it time to play a game?
It's time to play a game. Not that game, a different game, mate. Oh, no, don't be disappointed. Do you remember... You know that one social media question that I put so much effort into? I've put literally 1,000,000 times more effort into this. This is the greatest game ever. It's time, Christopher Clements, for talking crap or talking craft. I'm going to name 10 beers, and what you got to tell me is, are they legit craft beers, or am I making things up? Are you ready, boys?
No.
I know it's got nothing to do with this game, but can I please request that the music for St. Peter or Saviour is edited in here?
Just for no reason.
Hold
on. Why do I not get to play the real game?
You already played it.
You've played it. You did well. You were second at one point.
Yeah, I want to go back into it. Why am I not allowed to play again?
Because if we do that, then that allows Rich to come back and play the game again, and he's not allowed to because he ruined it.
Come back and play the game multiple times. I don't understand how this is an issue.
No,
I swear to God, the moment he's allowed to come back and play again, I will kick the fuck off. I'll be livid.
It's one and done. Don't worry, mate. It's one and done.
Yeah, so
I've lost.
Am I the first person to play this?
No, Jake and Nate played it.
You're the first guest to play it.
Jake Ray played it.
No, MJ and Nate. Oh man! Right, hang on. I've lost all my pens.
I've got one. Do you want this one?
Yeah.
Yell from the east. Alright, guys, I've got a joke for you.
You literally look like a really crappy Call of Duty video right now.
Right, no, I'm back. I found a pencil. Right, are we ready?
Okay.
It's time for Talking Craft or Talking Crap.
I've got this.
The game where... Nathan Peters. The game where you have to tell me whether the beer name is a real craft beer or whether I am talking crap. Beer number 1 is Even Sharks Need Cheeseburgers. Am I talking crap or talking crap?
It's one of those ones that sounds too bollocks to be not bollocks.
Definitely.
Oh, wait, hold on. Is it me or is it MJ?
Everyone.
All of us. We all take a guess.
I'm saying crap.
Even Sharks Need Cheeseburgers.
Crap.
Chris, you're saying crap. MJ.
Real.
And Nathan Peters.
I think this is a massive curveball because you know from last time that we took the view that if it was too weird, it must be true. So I'm going to say that you've tried to do us, and I'm going to say it's crap.
Oh, talking crap. Okay, number 2. Where's my...
So it was crap.
No, I'm going to give you the answers at the end.
This is a change.
Like an actual quiz, so you can't read my mind. Okay, where's my hydrometer, Jason? Talking crap or talking crap? Where's my hydrometer, Jason?
So could I just ask, these are all supposedly, or some of these are craft beers.
Yeah.
Is it 5 and 5?
Where's my hydrometer, Jason?
By the way, I'm saying yes, but also that's the best band name of all time.
Chris is saying it's a beer.
Yes.
Okay, MJ.
No.
Beer or craft or crap?
No, crap.
Can you tell us when we go back through which one is real?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you all the answers.
Thank you.
Nate, craft, crap.
I'm going to go that is real craft.
It is real. Okay. Okay, number 3. Good night, Future Boy. Chris, craft or crap?
Yes, 100% craft.
Okay, MJ, craft or crap? Good night, Future Boy.
Yeah, I've drunk it.
Craft or crap? Good night, Future Boy.
Craft.
Craft. Everyone went for craft on that one.
Mr.
Okay,
Rules.
4. I always felt closer to IPAs than I did people. Chris.
Crap.
What?
Crap.
Rubbish. It up. MJ, craft or crap?
Oh, craft.
And Nathan Peterson, craft or crap?
What was it again?
I always felt closer to IPAs than I did people.
Yeah, that's real.
Interesting.
This is amazing.
Number 5, incendiary Fuggles explosion. Christopher Clements, craft or crap?
This sounds hipster as shit, so definitely craft.
Oh, MJ.
Crap.
And Nathan Peterson, craft or crap?
I'm going to say crap because you've definitely gone to a random word generator and made that one up.
Number 6, Hillary is 55% water and so is this IPA.
Stuart, can I just interject? May I just interject? Can I please change all of my previous answers and all of my future answers to these are all real? I'm gonna take the gambit on here. I'm gonna say that all of these are craft. Don't come to me again.
Oh, he swung it, hasn't he? Right, Chris, what are you saying? Hillary is 55% water and so is this IPA. Talking craft or talking crap, my friend?
I mean, I'm going for the win. No. I mean, I wish it is, but no.
I can see
crap.
Okay, MJ, craft or crap?
I can see a politically charged brewery. Dude, yeah, we'll say that's real.
Nathan Peterson is saying it is craft. All of his answers are now craft. Okay, number 7. Drop kick me, Jesus.
By the makers of Even More Jesus.
Chris Clements, are you saying craft or crap?
That's definitely a craft. That's definitely a craft.
Michael Jameson, craft or crap?
Can I have a clue? Is it from the makers of that baby? Of the Jesus?
I can't tell you that. It's either from the makers of them or from the makers of my mind.
Okay, so real.
Saying it's real. Okay.
Yeah, Darren Brown,
yeah. We're all saying that one's real. Amazing. Number 8 is Golden Sour in a Moscow hotel room. Nathan Peterson saying it is craft. Chris Clements, is it craft or is it crap? Golden Sour in a Moscow hotel room.
I mean, it's not a catchy title, is it? It doesn't leap off the shelf at you.
Can I have a pint of Golden Sour? You're going crap. Crap. Michael Jameson.
Crap.
Oh, and Nathan Peterson is going craft. Okay, number 9, boys and girls, is... Hang on.
Second.
Sorry, number 9. I've forgotten one. Number 9 is Super Bowl Fun Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Now, Nathan Peterson is going craft. Christopher Clements, the clam.
That's like literally your birthday. Clements. Absolute crap.
Super Bowl Fun Day, you're going crap.
Oh, wait, no. Actually, no. Craft. 100% craft.
Mooj, craft or crap? Super Bowl Fun Day.
Crap.
Okay. And finally, number 10 is Beach Times Sports Ball.
Oh, that's real.
Nate's laughing. Nate knows why this beer's in there. Chris, is Beach Times Sports Ball a craft beer or a crap beer?
That's a craft beer. That's something you'd brew in your bathtub, definitely.
Michael Jameson.
Yeah, real.
Real. He's going for real. We're all going for real on that one. The current scores. Well, I can't give you the current scores.
Because it gives it away, because Nate's
got the answers. Okay, so the first beer we had was Even Sharks Need Cheeseburgers. Chris went crap. Nate went crap. Michael Jameson went craft.
No. I asked to change all of my answers from the very first one through all to be real.
Incorrect. That's not happening.
He's gambled.
That is not happening. That is not.
Oh, no.
It is.
No,
it is a beer.
There's no change to your previous answers. Come on.
No, I'm not changing his. I took when he said he wanted all his answers to be craft. I took it from that point. I have not changed. It is a craft beer. Even Sharks Need Cheeseburgers is a beer brewed by Verdant from Cornwall and Left-Handed Giant from Bristol. And
why are you stroking yourself?
I've dropped a pencil. It's I can confirm it's an absolutely belting beer, and it is an actual craft beer, which means Michael Jameson has 1 point, and Nathan and Christopher the Clam Clements have 0 points. Okay. The second beer was the amazingly named Where's My Hydrometer, Jason? I was talking crap. I made that one up. I'm so proud of it. Michael Jameson correctly predicted that it was talking crap. The other two said it was talking craft, which means MJ is 2-0 up. The third beer was Goodnight Future Boy. Everyone correctly predicted that was a real beer. That was a beer brewed by Cloudwater Brewery from Manchester and Beavertown from North London. I've never had it because it's a lager, and lager is disgusting. The fourth beer, I always felt closer to IPAs than I did people. We had Chris said we thought he was talking crap. He was incorrect. It's a real beer. It's a real beer, which means that Michael is currently on 4, Nathan is on 2. That's by Evil Twin Brewing, the brewery that brewed Even More Jesus.
So did you say that was question 4?
Question 4, yes.
So
I always felt closer to IPAs than I did to people. Yeah, Michael, you're 100%. Yeah. You're 4 for 4. That is by Evil Twin Brewery, the brewery that brewed Even More Jesus, which is probably the most infamous beer from the Talking Craft or Talking Crap game. Number 5 was the beer Incendiary.
The problem is this. All I can see on the video is your head with a tiny bit of light on it. Can you turn a light on, please?
My lights are all on.
I just deleted it.
I don't know why the video is so dark, but I've turned it off. Beer number 5. Now, beer number 5 was Incendiary Fuggles Explosion. And Incendiary Fuggles Explosion, Chris said was Talking Craft.
Yeah.
He was incorrect. It was actually a false beer made up by me, and Michael Jameson is still now on 100%. We now have Michael Jameson on 5 points, Nathan Peterson on 3, and Christopher the Clam Clements on 1 point. Next we have the beer Hillary is 55% water, and so is this IPA. This is probably the proudest moment of my life. I made that beer up.
Wow.
Christopher Clements actually correctly predicted that was me talking nonsense. Number 6 was Drop Kick Me Jesus by Tempest Brew Co. from Galashiels in Scotland. Everybody correctly predicted that was an actual craft beer. The current scores as we stand at number 7 are Michael Jameson on 6, Nathan Peterson on 4, Christopher the Clam Clements on number 3. Beer number 8 was Golden Sour in a Moscow hotel room, a reference to Donald Trump getting urinated on by prostitutes, an actual real beer by Lost Industry Brewery from Sheffield. Christopher the Clam Clements, incorrect. Michael Jameson, your first incorrect answer of the game. Nathan Peterson correctly identified that after he had said all of his answers were going to be craft. The next
second incorrect answer, isn't it?
Yes, MJ's second.
MJ's second, sorry. Number 9, we had Super Bowl Fun Day. Christopher Clements incorrectly said that was a craft beer. The other two both got that right. So we currently are on J7, Nathan Peterson 6, Christopher Clements on 3. So all to play for except for Christopher the Clements.
No.
Nathan just said yes to everything after question 5. This is bullshit.
Yeah, I didn't get a point for that.
It's like default answer.
Yeah, I've won.
Shouldn't even be considered.
So.
Shouldn't even.
Well, no.
If you phone in your answer, you shouldn't have been considered.
I've won.
I mean,
it's 50-50. If I'd have gone from the beginning, I'd just go yes. Let's see what will happen.
The final beer was Beach Times Sports Ball, which every single person correctly identified as a craft beer, which means that the final scores for craft or crap are in reverse order.
Bullshit.
In reverse order, standing on the smallest podium, which is particularly embarrassing when you're only 4 for 8. Is Christopher the Clam Clements with 4 points. On the second place podium is one of the greatest human beings that has ever existed.
Bullshit!
Look for some Nathan Peterson, and in an absolute travesty, in a game related to alcohol, the winner, standing on the top podium, standing tall, standing proud, standing prouder than a man with a large moustache, waving a rainbow flag. It's Michael Jameson with 8 points.
Yeah, 8 out of 10. Just don't worry about it, guys.
You
smashed it.
You say it's a game about alcohol. It's more a game about bullshit, so it kind of makes sense, really.
Yeah. Also,
right, Nathan.
Also, literally, one of the people said, I can't be bothered to play, just say yes to everything.
No, I didn't say I can't be bothered to play. I basically decided that Stuart had probably...
Sorry, let me rephrase that. I don't care for the listeners. I'm just going to say yes for this segment.
Also incorrect. I took the strategical position of suggesting that Stuart had somehow found 10 of the most wildly named beers in the world and made us play a game where we thought that some of them were fake when actually they were all real. So I took that approach. I was wrong, but I still came second. So
should have come to me if you wanted to know about beer, mate.
Absolute bullshit. I'm not after this.
Stuart, absolutely amazing game. Brilliant research. Did you find those all from like one particular website, or did you? How did you come about these crazy names that were real?
The real beers. I need to give massive props to my friend Brad, who has appeared on FRUK in a beer review, and my other friends. Correct, Neapolitan Pale Ale,
which actually I probably spelt wrong.
I don't think you did, because that's the only time you spelled that correctly. My friend Brad, his brother Reese, my friend Luke, and my friend Josh, who helped me to come up with the most ridiculous beer names, and then I came up with equally ridiculous fake beer names to match them. And all of those boys will be featured in an upcoming Top of the Hops video. So check it out.
Amazing. Group hops.
Group hops.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Stuart. That was phenomenal.
No problems, lad.
I think we're pretty much done with the show. We do have a new Patreon subscriber. I want to drop a massive thanks to Liam Thompson, aka CP, aka the Laminator. Massive fan, good chap. Thank you for your monies and helping support the channel. If anyone out there wants to be in such esteemed grouping, I can't think of the word. Anyway, company. If you want to give,
company, mate. It's company.
Yeah. Grouping. Yeah. Head on over to patreon.com/Food Review UK and give as much as you can, but not more than you can afford. One of the originals at CP is a good old boy. He is a good old boy. He's been around for a while. I think he actually commented on Patreon that he's been listening for 5 years. He's one of the originals. Before we became cool. He is. Ding ding, guys. Last orders. Oh. Thank you to Chris for coming on.
Thank you for letting me come on.
No, nice. You can come on anytime. Obviously, no. Joking aside, we will obviously have you back on again to give you more shit talking because you're a good egg and just take it, really.
That's no different to what actually happens on WhatsApp, is it?
Also, thanks to my regulars MJ and Stuart. Thank you for joining me. Pleasure. You're a pleasure. Correct. And to the listeners, thank you for joining us. Hope you've enjoyed the show. It's been a little chaotic, but I don't think that was any surprise given the nature of our podcast. And then you throw alcohol into the mix and it's only going to go one way, isn't it? So thank you and hope you managed to make it to this point. You're fucking better people than we are if you have. You're a stronger beer than me. Correct. Drink responsibly probably is the main point of the show. No, drink irresponsibly. No, drink responsibly. Don't turn to alcoholism. Don't do that. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. See you later. Goodbye. Bye. See you later. I love you all. I love you. I love you. I love you.